All right, welcome back to Problem Solver Politics. I am your host, Cardin Ellis, with Cody the Oracle.
Hey, everybody.
And Andrew Yang has made it onto TMZ twice today. Twice yesterday. And I got to tell you, that's one of the biggest firsts of his campaign right there. Twice on TMZ. That is 2020 bragging rights. Anyway, it's over a somewhat controversial issue that involves congratulating someone over their pregnancy, but we don't know if they're actually pregnant. So before I botch this and somehow misrepresent the situation, it's a little bit weird in the first place. Cody, I'm going to throw to you to navigate these waters. What's going on?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm sure a lot of you guys saw this tweet from Andrew Yang yesterday. It's about 4 p.m. Apparently this Mark P. Spiegel also saw it. Wasn't a fan. Anyway, Andrew Yang tweets out, "Congrats, Grimes and Elon Musk. That is amazing." So, if you like me don't really use Instagram that much, you're probably very confused as to what this is actually talking about. So as you said, thankfully TMZ kind of walks us through this a little bit. And I spoiled it a little bit, but anyway, here we go. Elon Musk and Grimes, congrats on pregnancy from Andrew Yang. There we go. Better format for it. So it says here, presidential hopeful Andrew Yang was among the first to congratulate Elon Musk on what sounded like an announcement of the couple's first child. Grimes left little to the imagination when she posted a pic on Instagram showing her naked torso and a fetus photoshopped on her stomach, as indeed what the photo shows. Yang was quick to chime in, saying, "Congrats, Grimes and Elon. That's amazing." So while Grimes never flat out said she's pregnant, many speculated she is. After she commented, "I thought about censoring her breast for a minute, but this photo is much as feral without the nipples. Plus, being knocked up is a very feral and warlike state of being. Might as well be what it is." Elon's made it very clear he's a Yang fan. Grimes and Tesla CEO have been dating since at least 2018 when they arrived as a couple at the Met Gala. Elon has 5 other sons from a previous marriage, which I didn't know.
Dude.
A set of twins and a set of triplets are both from in vitro fertilization. So it'd be Grimes' first child. Congrats. Now, whenever I see stuff like this, because Grimes and Elon are, there's the famous story of how Grimes apparently dosed Elon with LSD against his knowledge, and they're an interesting couple. So I try to get to the source of this because I want to make sure Andrew Yang's not jumping the gun on this, right? And he's not falling for some tweet or anything like that. So I go to my number one source for information like this.
Yeah. Which
is people.com. And hey, you joke, man. These people live for this stuff. And they bring up an interesting thing here. Now I'm saying, the point is, Andrew Yang may have just waded into the territories of celebrity gossip without even realizing it. Because listen to this. According to People, though Grimes did not say who the father is, the Canadian songstress was lashed romantically to Elon Musk. Couple made the debut as a couple in 2018. Representative for Musk did not immediately respond to People's request for comment. Grimes and Tesla CEO 48 were first spotted romance in April 18 after explaining 40 messages on Twitter. Last March, Grimes got candid about her romance with Musk, with whom she called a super interesting person, but the public attention the relationship brought in the interview. "I was simply unprepared," told the outlet for its April style design. "I've been wallowing in the indie music for like a decade. I just thought I could keep going along in my funny little way." And you casually respond to someone in the tweet, and it's on Fox News, and you're like, it's a very tripping moment. So, People Magazine, for whatever reason, is trying to imply potentially it could be something else, but there isn't too much more here. The other thing I want to show is that just Andrew Yang and Elon Musk are friendly. Elon Musk endorsed Andrew Yang, so there is some background here. They know each other, but I just know I saw that tweet yesterday and I was like, are they getting married or something? What is that referencing? So I dig more into it. And then, so I saw the tweet yesterday. Grimes may possibly be pregnant. We don't know. Essentially where we're at. But I thought it was fun seeing. I appreciate seeing Andrew Yang wade into the world of celebrity gossip. And you know what? You brought it up, so I'm going to bring it up too. Andrew Yang actually was on TMZ another time yesterday. TMZ Sports imploring LeBron James to come out and support him. So I'll pull this article up for you guys as well. Because I don't like using weird random metrics for stuff, but dude, when TMZ only covers people that got eyes on them. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah,
so
I was not going to say.
Andrew Yang recruits LeBron for 2020 campaign.
All we can
Let's work
depend
together.
on anymore are weird metrics, though, Cody. All we can depend on are weird metrics. You and I literally just talked yesterday that polling data is still good. It's not great, but it's still good. And since the 30s, polling data has gotten more dependable. But come on. All of us can think of in the past week a time where real life didn't end up being what polling predicted. You know what I'm saying? So we're understanding, this is why the old gumshoe said, "I had a hunch." And this is why, all the Tony Robbins of the world say, trust your intuition and your gut, because those weird metrics, yes, though they're just anecdotal data, man, I got to tell you, a lot more weird metrics of mine were kicking in 2016, predicting Donald Trump's success over his demise, okay? And that ended up being a real world thing. And the fact, I mean, TMZ only puts eyeballs on things people already want to hear about. Showing up twice in TMZ, I mean, that's kind of like one of the signs that you made it in the pantheon of pop culture.
Yeah, well, people care about you is what it means.
Yeah.
Especially one of them was because this one I'm showing you right now is a much more standard. I'm a big TMZ fan. This is a TMZ article. They see somebody on the street who's famous, they stick a camera in their face and say, "What do you think about the Lakers?" Yeah, they just ask him some random question and they get something. This is what I thought was funny. So Andrew Yang recruits LeBron for 2020 campaign. Let's work together. Andrew Yang is looking to get a Kings endorsement for his 2020 presidential campaign, telling TMZ Sports he wants LeBron James on his side. The entrepreneur turned Democratic candidate already has a solid list of celeb backing, from Donald Glover to Elon Musk to Rivers Cuomo from Weezer, but no big-time athletes yet. Although, I mean, Marcellus Wiley's retired.
Wait a second, Jericho. What about Jericho?
He's a sports entertainer.
And what about the Hall of Famer?
No, well, there's no active, because Dominique Wilkins is a Hall of Fame basketball player, and he endorsed him, but no active athletes.
No active. I see what
Anyway, so considering Yang's a big NBA fan, we asked, hypothetically, which baller he'd most want as his running mate, and it took him like a millisecond to give us the answer. I'd have to go with LeBron James, Yang tells us. He's already shown he's got a heart of gold and loves the American people, and those Chinese people as well. Yang showers the Lakers superstar with praise and throws some major shade at President Trump in the process, saying he certainly could do better than the guy who's currently there. Okay, so that's not only major shade. He's literally running to replace him. Of course, Braun has shown support for Hillary Clinton in the past, and even noticed her at a rally in Ohio. LBJ has made his feelings about POTUS crystal clear, calling him a bum and a clown since 45 against his presidency. Yang thinks LeBron would be a great addition to his team and gives him a personal message. LeBron, if you're watching, let's work together. Like I said, it is positive once you've grown to the point where TMZ reporters are asking you nonsense questions on the street so they can write a 400-word article and make some money. That means people care about Andrew Yang. Trust me, being able to put Andrew Yang and LeBron in a headline, it's going to get you some clicks, but it is, again, like I said, weird metrics. What do they mean? But TMZ covering Andrew Yang twice in one day. It's goofy. I'm not going to sit up here and say, this is it. I'm going to pound my fist and declare this is the day. But it is interesting to see, because we were kind of talking about this in our last video, how I personally think more and more as the cycle goes on, when it comes to the general, people are going to be looking for a cultural figure more than a policy figure. And while Yang has got the policy, he's also got the culture stuff. I think.
Yeah, he does much better. Yeah, I think much better than who? Joe Biden?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody would take Biden seriously if he said, "Hey, LeBron, let's hang, bro." You know what I'm saying? It would be the most forced and pathetic thing.
Well, I was just gonna say one thing is that I almost think people would be willing to vote for a president that might not necessarily be their number one choice, but would be the choice most people could get behind. Does that make sense? I think there will be people who will say, if it comes down to Trump Yang, right? I think there will be Trump voters who will say, you know what? Like, I like Trump, but I'm tired of a country where everyone's constantly screaming at each other. And maybe that's what they want to solve. Maybe they'll say, hey, Trump fixed some economy stuff. Now I just want to stop yelling at everyone all the time.
No, that means dishonest media wins.
No, it means that people get what they want. Because here's the thing. If we do it look like an Andrew Yang, it's going to be harder for the media to turn us on each other.
I think the nation is looking for relief. And what you're referencing is relief. What's interesting is you're tapping into one of Sigmund Freud's earliest theories.
Uh-oh. He was wrong about everything, right?
No. There's still 43 daily words in the American lexicon that come from Sigmund Freud. Okay? But he had what was called the pain principle. And his theory was that there's no such thing as pleasure. There is only the release of tension and pain. So if you actually think about it, what we consider pleasure, like eating food, for example, eating food, he postulated was not actually pleasureful or pleasing. It was the release of hunger, okay? Everything from defecation of a really bad bowel movement all the way up to taking a pain pill for some back pain that you have.
Okay, so what about the pleasure someone feels when their child's birth? What pain's being released then, huh?
During childbirth?
No. Seeing your child born for the first time, being like, wow, that's my child. I love this thing unconditionally. Where's the pain being released? Dude, I disagree with almost every Sigmund Freud thing I've ever heard. Here's another one I'll add to my list.
Okay, fine. Either way, the point is the guy wasn't an idiot, all right? And there's actually a good response to that has to do with oxytocin, but we won't talk about that. It's a
no,
rabbit
exactly.
hole.
You can just keep making stuff up to verify your point.
Yeah, but either way, the point is I'm trying to give a little bit more credence to what you said, is that whether you believe in Sigmund Freud's specific theories on pain or not, okay, it speaks to this concept that there is a craving for a release of the tension that Dave Chappelle talked about. How in his entire life, he's never seen us wound so tight and angry at each other. There's a craving for a release of tension over literally not being able to speak to your family members. I have family members that will not speak to me post 2016. And that breaks my heart. It honestly does. And it doesn't have to do with me. It has to do with them. And the toxicity that politics has that's poisoned their minds into thinking that literally I am evil and need to be shunned, you know, and there is a craving. I recognize a craving amongst myself, you know, there must be in others, to be able to return to a point in which politics are discussed, you know, and it's something that's talked about, not something that's warred upon. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's a craving for that release of tension and pain. Yeah. You can thank Sigmund Freud for that.
Oh, whatever, man.
Genius, motherfucking genius,
whatever,
man. I'm telling you.
It's like those people who claim to have invented things that are uninventable. It's like inventing the wheel. Oh, you invented round? Great, man. Like it's what I don't know. A lot of the I don't know. I'm not a big. But anyway, we'll wrap on this. Not only would
well, before you close it, I have to say.
One thing I want to wrap on this. Not only is Andrew Yang bringing together people from all different political spectrums, he'll be the first president to openly welcome the goth community. He'll be the first openly goth president. Hey, man, one big tent, everyone underneath, right? So
yeah, and whether you like it or not, shout out to Grimes for this. If it is a pregnancy photo, this goes in the pantheon of awkward pregnancy photos. Have you ever seen like those calendars of just the worst, most awkward pregnancy photos?
It's like on brand for Grimes, though. It's kind of like her style.
Yeah. So anyway, let us know what you guys think about all this, you know, and I'm curious from our viewership how much clout you think TMZ has. I've actually seen at least 3 or 4 talking heads on everything from MSNBC to Fox News to The Hill, actually mentioning how it's surprising how many breaking stories TMZ has gotten over, quote, legitimate news networks, okay, and that it actually speaks to the horrible state of our media when people are increasingly trusting and relying upon, you know, the self-proclaimed fun gossip journalists, you know, and gossip tabloidists for hard news. I mean, when you're relying upon the work news people for the shoot news, then you've got a little bit of a problem, but that's what our society is doing. And I think that's why him showing up twice on TMZ bodes well for Andrew Yang. So I'm curious to see what any of our fans think, if they share Cody's opinion, if they share my opinion. And I want to know what you guys think about America's cravings. Do they indeed look for a cultural icon, as Cody suggests, or I don't think you can do it purely culturally. I think it has to be culturally. I think it's actually more legislative.
You can't run on building an ice city, but you know what I mean? Like have policies like Andrew Yang that people more or less agree with. Yeah, you're probably not going to be able to run on, I'm going to move Los Angeles into space. You know what I mean?
But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. If you haven't had a chance yet, please share this video with your family and friends. If you can like and subscribe, make sure that you press that subscribe bell twice so you get all of our videos. Oftentimes you guys ask us to comment on topics that are happening when we have indeed already made the video, but the algorithms have unfortunately deprioritized it because it's a controversial topic. So make sure that you subscribe and you subscribe well. This is Problem Solver Politics. We'll see you guys in the next video.